Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander. I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, I have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. And I have my co-host, Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
And
Hey, you.
today, we have Karen Page here for Psychic Night. So, Karen, how's everybody?
Every day's a good day, Jonathan. You know,
And
did we wake up
how are
this
you,
morning and
Barbara?
all our parts work? It's great.
Doing
great.
So how are you doing? So you guys are
great.
doing, everyone's good? Okay.
Enjoying the
All
holidays.
right. Yes. The I put I don't know if everybody knows this, but for Thanksgiving, everyone's going to be hearing the interview with Karen Page. I put that up because everybody's going to be off with their families, so
That's so
we
sweet.
will not be doing a show on Thanksgiving, but we will be but I will put a special show up that's going to be the old interview with Karen. So that's something that we have. Now, are you ready
That's
to take
very
a call?
sweet of you. Of course. I'm
Okay,
always ready
area
to
code
take calls.
216.
Hello?
You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, Karen. Happy holidays. A week early.
And same to you. Who's this?
Oh, it's Sharon. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I've
that's
actually been calling
okay,
a couple
sweetheart.
weeks.
Honey, it's okay. I mean, it's like...
I know. Oh, I know.
You know I'm
believe
going to
me.
ask anyway. So,
Oh,
how are
absolutely.
you and happy holidays?
Hanging in there. I want to see if you see me getting an offer soon. I literally have 3 jobs pending right now. I mean, for interviews, and it only took 2 weeks to get responses. I'm really happy with the outcome.
Well,
still,
honey, I expect you to get more than one offer.
Okay.
You'll be
you feel
working very shortly.
very, very shortly. The one that I
Very
interviewed
shortly.
today, it's so bizarre, Karen, because the one today, it's a great job, great benefits, great pay. It's a totally different environment that I've ever worked in, and maybe that's what I need. I'm gonna view all my options first and then take it from there.
You
Do you feel
smart
I'm
girl, because yeah, I do.
Sorry,
Yeah, I do.
in the next 4 weeks.
Oh, before that. And do you remember I said to you that it would be a completely different feeling than anything you're used to? And that's why I know this is one of them. Absolutely.
It's one of them.
And they may make it absolutely irresistible for you.
Yeah, the other
because
one I like.
they're lovely.
I could tell
The other
by
one,
talking
what,
to
honey?
Angie on the phone. The other one, it's a good job, good benefits, phenomenal benefits, but the hours and it's a little bit restricted for me. You know, I need a little bit of freedom when I work. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
This one would be a little bit more restricted, but it's a great company. They both are.
Well, you're going to have opportunities. You know, there's nothing perfect in the world, because we learn nothing. You know.
I know.
And so you will have a whole bunch of opportunities. You're going to have 2 really solid offers, and you just need to make a decision that which one is the most perfect of the 2.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's coming right, I mean, very shortly.
Within a month. Oh my gosh.
I think less than that.
So my finances are going to be fine then.
Honey, you're going to be fine. You're going to have a fabulous year this coming year. And you are definitely not going to have to worry about money. And you will be doing the happy dance going to work every day.
Instead of what I did before. Oh, I know.
Yep.
I was in such a toxic environment.
I
know. I know I asked you this. I know I asked you this. I know I need to move forward. I know that. But that M guy who treated me like a piece of gum on the bottom of his shoe, that's exactly.
Yeah, but
Will
you're
he
in good.
ever-
You're in very good company. He did that to a lot of people.
I know. Oh, no, I know that. But he got rid of me. Yeah.
Honey, what a gift. And I
adore-
told you that.
That's
I
why.
mean, this is a gift because you would have stayed and stayed and stayed. And the only way you were going to make a new opportunity for yourself was if you were pushed out.
I know.
And you don't realize it, but God bless him. You know what karma is. We don't need to go there, but
I know.
that's his stuff. Don't carry that around, and don't let him still have that piece of you.
It's a good point. I know.
I
And
beg
this
of you. It's like enough already. He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, I know. And he sweat all day long. I never saw anybody sweat as much as he do. I swear to God, he was going to have a heart
How
attack.
nice is that you don't have to deal with that anymore either?
I mean that. I really
it's
mean
like,
and I'm not saying
ew.
it in a mean way. I thought the man was going to have a heart attack. Really.
And
Listen,
you know what? Whatever his journey is, that's his.
I know.
The good news is you found out exactly what you wouldn't get permission to anymore.
And so this next job, the pay is going to be at least lateral. I'll get lateral to a little bit more, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that it will also include bonuses.
Okay.
They're
Wonderful.
going to be very good to you.
Oh boy, I can't wait. I know. You know how anxious
Then
you get. Well, listen. Go on.
just
go on.
Do the happy dance, my friend. It's coming.
Okay. My dad is so depressed. Can you pick
Oh,
up
I'm
on him
sorry
real
to
quick?
hear that.
I know he's sick. He's in the hospital. You keep.
Yeah, I know. And Mr. Independent, he hates it.
I know.
But he'll feel better. He'll definitely
Good.
feel better. Tell him, if he can switch his brain on to know that this is temporary,
Good.
he will be able to get out of there sooner and get his independence back.
Thanks, Karen. I'm so sorry. Cheated. I asked the 2 questions. I know one.
Oh, honey, stop. It's okay. But give your dad a hug for me, okay?
I will listen. Have a nice holiday. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, sweetheart. You too.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Okay. Well, I want to
Good night,
listen. I want to
everyone.
listen to your reading. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good to hear from you.
thanks.
I recognize her.
Oh, yeah. She's adorable. I've spoken to her several times. She's always sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't think of
She's
that
our
caller.
part of our family.
Yeah.
I
So
love
good to
that.
hear from her. Yeah. That's so nice when people call back.
Oh, I love that. I love that. We do have the
Yeah.
nicest listeners and nicest callers in the world. I mean, it is always a pleasure to speak to them.
Every
yeah.
single one.
Yeah, and they are part of our family.
They are. It's like, we're in trouble when we kind of go, oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, would we be in trouble if we started to think, we don't remember that, but they sound familiar. That's when we're in trouble.
You're not kidding. Well, it's funny because they're such nice people, and there's such a warmth to them. It's
Yeah.
like it is that feeling like we've all known each other before,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It really
Mhm.
is.
Yeah. So we're so blessed.
Yes, we are.
Yay! Thank you, Jonathan.
Okay. Our next
Yes, sir.
caller is area code 386.
386. Hello.
Hi, Karen. This is Cindy. How are you?
I'm fine, dear. How are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. What's new?
Well, not a lot new. Still praying that my work comes through.
Honey, it's coming.
I haven't give up on it. I know it's coming. I know. So I haven't give up on it. I know I'm.
Oh my God, I hope not,
I
honey.
did
It's so interesting because when we know between our ears that it's coming,
Yeah.
it shows up. And you already had enough of the other stuff, so isn't it time for something that you would enjoy doing?
Oh, very much, very much.
That's what we're
I have
talking
a
about.
question.
And
got
you
some
can
news that-
feel free to ask it, sweetheart.
Okay, cool. I have an aunt that I just got news that had a heart attack a couple nights ago and was taken to the hospital. And I guess she's already been on some kidney issues, had some kidney problems. So they're trying to stabilize her, and that she's improving. They're doing some kidney dialysis to get her ready for heart surgery, and possibly a quadruple or quintuple or quintuplet.
Yeah, I understand. A whole
bypass.
bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard on her.
Honey, it's going to be very hard on her because she kind of, how do I say this nicely? She really did not take care of herself for a very long time and ignored the major things, you know?
Yeah, she was busy taking care of her husband, which had major health problems.
Well, and unfortunately now she is, having to deal with major health issues herself.
Yeah.
So I wish I could. She's lovely, and I unfortunately she's stubborn also.
Well, that runs in the family. I mean, that's a family thing.
It is. Oh, didn't that sound? Aren't you proud of me how I sounded surprised?
And that actually comes from both sides of my family, and she's on my dad's side. She was my dad's sister.
Well, I like the part where it's like I'm fine. I always say I'm always fine until one day I'm not.
Mhm.
And it's hard when we are those fiercely independent people that don't know how to say, can you help me? It's a very powerful lesson that all of us should learn. Because by the time we do ask, sometimes there's absolutely nothing they can do to help us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she's going to come out of it, but this is going to be a difficult adjustment for her and a long healing period.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I wish I could.
Tuesday for surgery so they can get her stronger.
Well, and get her stabilized. You bet.
Yeah.
And she will. She's a pistol. She will fight through it.
Yeah. She is a pistol.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Strong genes, honey.
Yes, absolutely. It's definitely.
That's a beautiful thing.
Non-quitters.
Yeah, and how lucky are we?
Absolutely.
How lucky are we that we come from those gene pools that kind of go, no, you just get up and dust yourself off. Come on, we're not done here. So we're the lucky ones, sweetheart. What's your aunt's name?
Anne.
Okay, I will send some prayers to her.
Thank you so much. You can never have too many prayers. I'm a believer in prayer.
Oh,
and thank you. It's good news to hear that she's going to be able to make it through the surgery. I was concerned
she
with
will.
Her.
She's not done here yet. She's not. That's not even an option for her. It's like I'm not ready to leave yet. And when she is, I want you to remember this part. She will go in the blink of an eye. She's not interested in lingering anything. So when she's finally ready to leave, she will go, I mean, there's none of this, I'm just going to hang out in the hospital stuff. That She has none of that.
Gotcha.
She doesn't want to inconvenience people either. It drives her crazy.
Mhm.
So she's not going anywhere yet, sweetie.
Good. Good. Well, that's good to hear. Thank you.
And I will send Anne some prayers.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And she's a lovely lady, and so are you. And
It really is. Oh,
I
thank
know I know this is very, very emotionally difficult. But she's not going anywhere, sweetheart.
you. So good. I know it's going to be a tough surgery for her.
Yeah, the
because
healing's going
my
to take
ex-boyfriend,
a little longer.
I helped take care of him through 2 open heart surgeries, both bypass surgeries, 3 years apart.
Oh, see
I know
there?
what she's in for. She lives in another state. She's not close to
I
me,
know
but
she
I
does.
know
I know she does, honey.
I know what she's in for, and if I
It
can.
will be okay. I'm grateful that she is in very good hands.
Good. That's good to hear.
They will take good care of her. So rest your heart and be peaceful about the job thing because it's coming. I mean, it's like,
I hope it comes fast.
What's the question?
What's the hold up?
Well, part of it was.
What's the delay? I need it now.
Well, but part of it was you want the right job. You don't just want any job. You've already done that.
Well, this is my business, so I'll take all the jobs.
I know
Everybody
that, honey.
that's ready to have their work done. I'll take them all. It's not
coming.
like a job working for somebody else.
I know, sweetheart, but you don't want a pain in the butt client either.
Well, that's true. I haven't had any of those. All my customers have been really happy.
Good. Let's not start now. So and you know, as my mom always taught me, there's man's time and God's time. So be patient. You're not going to be living on a bus bench, and it's coming, sweetheart.
Okay.
And when it does, we're going to be here waiting for you to call to share it with us so we can all do the happy dance for you.
Well, you know I will.
I know. I mean it. And you know we will too. And you know there's going to be 2 back to back, so you're going to be busy.
Oh, good. That's fantastic. That is fantastic news, actually. I'd like to get them scheduled where I have a bunch of them back to back and can keep rolling over from one to the next.
It's coming.
I already have another one on the books when I'm finishing up one.
Oh, you're going to be busier next year than you have ever been, honey. But in all
That's
really
good.
happy, positive ways, and you won't have to worry about money. So
That's good.
don't worry. And you have a lovely Thanksgiving.
You have a lovely Thanksgiving as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart.
We will.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye,
I enjoy
honey.
your show, and I'll listen in for the rest of the show. Thank you.
Yay!
Great.
So, what do y'all think of that caller?
Isn't she?
I know her now.
Doesn't she feel like somebody we're all related to? I just love her.
Yeah.
I love her so comfortable calling repeatedly.
She's so lovely, and it's so amazing. I mean, she has a real balancing act going on in her life. You know, dealing with other people's health issues and her business, and it's like, oh boy, you know, and to every day wake up and go left foot, right foot, and get through it. God bless her strength, and she deserves. Oh, and she deserves an amazing and beautiful year next year, and thank God it's coming.
Good.
Yeah.
So, yay!
Thank God she knows it too.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now,
Yeah, that's great.
Kelly,
Yes, Mr. Jonathan.
Kelly had a quick question before we were going to go on to the next caller. Did you want to ask your question, Kelly?
Yes, I would. Thank you. My question is also in part for Brian. He's got some people that he knows that are going through the same thing. He was surprised about it. What we've observed is that a lot of people just recently have been experiencing death of loved ones. And
this has been oh my God. Well, you and I've talked about this. It was this whole last 3 months has been one loss after another. It's I mean, and the last, I want to say 6 weeks, there were so many crammed together, and I always say I think God calls an angel and goes, okay, here's the ticket, go get this one, and calls another angel and says, go get this one. And I mean, because in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is it a Mercury retrograde thing? Is it a cyclical thing? Is it a cleaning house thing?
Well, it's not his cleaning things out. It's part of it is the Mercury retrograde and this powerful planetary configurations that are going on. And also there is what is called the birth-death cycle, which, depending on all of the people we've all lost, their charts, the aspects that are going on around the time of their birthdays. So it's and some of them it really is. I'm not kidding. I think they kind of go, God goes, they're done with their work. Go get them. I need them. You know, it's like, and it's literally their soul is kind of like is very much at peace, and it's very interesting because I don't get the feeling that a lot of these are fighters, you know, that they want to stay and aren't finished with their work. Like this sweet lady's aunt, her aunt is not ready to go anywhere. I'm not done here yet, you know, but it feels like a great majority of them, like Brian's grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
This had sure not been fun this last 3 years for her. You know, I'm talking about personally and health-wise for her. And she feels so peaceful to me. It's like this was a gift to be free from the prison of her body. And talk about fiercely independent, you know. So this has been, and always around the holidays, unfortunately. My mother passed away 2 days before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very powerful time.
It is. Yeah, mine passed 2 days after Halloween. And, you know, it's like most of my grandparents were, you know, between Halloween and like January. And it's bizarre. My best friend was in there too. And what is that? Why is that?
Well, honey, the aspects this year particularly, and some of the aspects that are going on right now, and the major planets, I think it's Uranus hasn't changed position for 84 years. And it moved into Taurus this year for the first time in 84 years.
Oh.
It's like, yikes. You know, so it has been it's a long journey for some, and this has been major movement, especially this year, that hasn't I keep wanting to say it hasn't been this powerful astrologically and this complex astrologically for almost 40 years.
Okay. Yeah, people are losing, young people, they're losing pets. It's just bizarre. Like all like boom,
and
boom,
God
boom,
must
boom,
need
boom.
those beautiful souls.
Okay.
It
all
is,
right.
and we're the lucky ones that we have all these beautiful memories of the people that we love.
Yeah.
And that's really those are the things that matter.
Yeah.
The rest of it's a bunch of stuff, and I don't know about you, but I've said this to you before. I don't think when any of us die, God says, okay, how much money do you have in the bank? What's your zip code? What kind of car did you drive? And what's the label in that T-shirt? I don't think God cares about any of that.
No. No,
and
but I've also, I've also noticed there's a lot of people that are getting pregnant that didn't think they could. There's a lot of births. There's a lot of, things like that all of a sudden in this cycle too. Is that
well? There is the belief that when a person leaves, as a person is leaving, a child is born.
Oh.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Surprise.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right.
It's God kind of goes, okay, you guys, let's all pay attention now. And we're all going, okay. Next.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Yeah. Educational time. And the holidays always are,
Yeah.
They did the holidays always bring endings and beginnings.
That makes sense. It's like we're sad to see people go, but then it's like, but so and so's having a baby. Yeah.
Or there is a birth of something brand new that comes from that loss. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like awareness or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. And you, Mr. Jonathan?
Okay. So you ready for another caller?
Sure.
Yeah,
310 area code. You're on the air.
Did you say 310?
Yes.
Oh, hello, 310.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. What's your name?
My name is Susan.
Hi, Susan. You have my old area code.
Well, it's my old area code because I moved to Oklahoma. So, but it's a California
wow, that's
area
so
code.
funny. Yeah, I moved from 310 also, but it's like I went. That's why I went. Did you say 310? You were a previous Southern Californian.
I was, yes.
Hi.
Hi.
So, what's your question, Miss Susan?
Well, I actually had a similar question to the previous caller, and that is, do you see me finding a better job soon?
Well, it's interesting because it feels like somebody you worked for before is going to contact you about coming back, but under more fruitful circumstances and happier circumstances. Because they loved you. There just wasn't, you were overqualified for what they had you doing there, and they weren't ready for you.
Yes, that's for sure.
That's exactly what it feels like. But do not be surprised when you get this phone call.
Okay.
And
so does that mean moving back to California? Because
you
that's
may.
where I was
going to say,
time.
you know this, and it's a man that has a. It's funny because he's older, but he has a very young energy.
Okay.
And I don't mean that he walks around going, "Hey, baby, you come here often." I don't mean that. I mean to him, age is just a number, and he has this amazing can-do spirit, you know?
Okay.
So you and he will work together like two fingers on a hand.
Okay.
And do not be surprised when he says, "I'll help you with the move."
Oh, wow.
I told you this will be very fruitful for you.
Okay.
Because
do you know when that will be forthcoming, or?
It may not. You may not hear from him until the spring period, March, April.
Okay.
But until then, there'll be a little something here and a little something there, but nothing that it feels like you get attached to.
Okay.
It just sort of, they are the placeholders.
Okay.
And you'll know that. And they're
should
nice.
I stay in the spot I'm at right now?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
I love that idea. Because it feels like you will know immediately the minute he says, "Hi, guess who this is?"
Okay.
And it's when the minute you get off the phone, you can jump up and down and go, "Yippee!" Okay.
Okay.
You will be very happy. I was so amazed. I had an uncle that lived in Oklahoma City. My uncle was a doctor, and when I went to visit, I was astonished at how flat it was.
Yes, it's very flat.
I was astonished, and they lived on Ski Island. They had a boat.
Yeah, I lived by there actually.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Yes.
Yep. So I'm waving at you.
Yay!
It's like the only area I know there. Isn't that funny?
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. I literally am a mile from Ski Island. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yep. It is. It was such a lovely visit, and it was just less than a year before he left.
Oh,
wow.
But
it was but it was the one and only time that I had been to Oklahoma was to visit him and his wife. And it was I had him laughing so hard at how flat Oklahoma was. And he just how he wound up going from Brooklyn, graduated from Temple University, and wound up in Oklahoma. It was a mystery.
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
He was a doctor and a justice of the peace and anything else where he could work with people. He loved working with people. Yeah. So we'll see each other when you come back to LA.
Okay.
Well, you got to let us know,
I will.
We'll be waiting to hear from you, Susan.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, honey.
All right, sweetheart. Talk soon.
Okay, have a good Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So what do you think of that?
She's adorable. Oh, she's adorable.
Cool. Yeah.
What a sweet, sweet gal. I mean, she has this light inside of her that comes out when she speaks. She has a very sweet way with people.
Yes. That's so funny that you say that about Oklahoma, too, because when I lived in Nashville, being from over here, that was rolling hills and everything, and I drove 10 hours over to Oklahoma with my boyfriend. His family was from there, and it was like, I couldn't believe it either, Karen. I'm like,
isn't that hilarious?
It's
because
so
I mean, even when I lived in Europe, the mountain ranges were gorgeous, and we would go mountain wandering. You know.
I like that. Instead of mountain climbing, that's mountain wandering.
Yeah, mountain wandering. And I it's so funny. I had them laughing so hard because it's like, do you just like buy a postcard or something to have mountains? I mean, what do you do? Something to look at?
I know. And it was red too, like the ground was red.
Wow, I mean, it's really and they've got some beautiful architecture there. You know, really beautiful architecture. My aunt had taken me with some of her friends downtown, and they have this. She was the head of this group that they would have a lunch every week, and it was at the top of this high rise, and the entire city, it was all windows all around it, so you had a 360-degree view of the entire city. It was just gorgeous. Yeah, just gorgeous. So, yeah.
Wow. How cool is that?
Oh, my, I always, and I remember it like it was yesterday.
The scenery like that.
Yeah, my uncle passed away January 20th after the Oklahoma City bombing.
Oh.
Wow.
And it's like I would rather remember the beautiful time, you know, and all the laughter we shared.
Yeah.
He was so cute. I hadn't seen him since I was a little girl. And when he came to pick me up at the airport, he said to me, "You haven't changed a bit."
Same thing, huh?
Yep. Same thing my doctor that delivered me said. And I look at him and go, "You're right, only taller." And he was so funny. He always said to me, "Yep, you were always the pick of the litter, Karen."
Oh.
Yep. So, Mr. Jonathan.
Okay, the next caller is area code 520.
Hello, 520. How are you?
Hi.
Good.
I'm
What's
so
your
happy
name?
to be speaking with you. Thank you.
Oh,
It's
my
Lisa.
pleasure. Right. Thank Jonathan. He's the guy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Lisa.
One of my favorite names in the world. It is. You know what your name means, right?
No.
Lisa means light.
Oh, yes.
It is.
Yeah.
I have a quick story to tell you. I've told it once before on the air. There was a client that came to see me many years ago, and he was hilarious. I opened the door, and he's just standing there. He doesn't say hello. I said, "Hi," and he said to me, "Is that your real name?" I looked at him, and I said, "Yeah, come on in." And he comes and he sits down across the table from me, and he said, "Do you know what your name means?" And I said, "No, I'm sorry, I don't." He said, "Well, you should look it up. It's really important, you know, to know what your name means." And this guy was just going on. And he said to me, "You swear that's your real name?" And I said, "You mean as opposed to my stage name?" "Yeah, it's my real name." And he said to me, "Well, you know, underneath UCLA, this was pre-computers, okay? He said they have this big library, and you can find out what the meaning of your name." And I said, "Yeah, okay, in my spare time I'll do that." So about 2 or 3 weeks later, he calls me, still no hello. And he said, "Did you ever find out what your name means?" I said, "No, I'm sorry, I haven't had a lot of free time." He said, "Well, I knew you wouldn't, so I went to see and find out because I wanted to know what your name meant." And I said, okay. And Lisa is my middle name.
Oh, how lovely. Oh,
is it, yeah. I always and I asked my mother, where in the world did the name Karen Lisa come from? And she said that you were always going to be named that.
Oh.
And he said to me, man, your mother must have been hooked into something. I said, what do you mean? He said, Karen means pure, Lisa means light, and Paige means messenger.
Oh, nice.
And I went, are you kidding?
So perfect.
Is that funny?
God.
So in
God.
case anybody ever asks you, do you know what your name means? You can go, I do.
I love it.
Yep. So what was your question, sweetheart?
Well, I had a job interview yesterday, and I was wondering what you saw with that.
Well, aside from it feeling like they were very distracted when they were talking to you, it's like, I'm not kidding. It feels like their body was there, but they weren't. You know, it's like, I'll be right back, you know, and it's like,
exactly.
That's exactly what it feels like, because it feels like they're doing all this musical chair stuff in this company.
Yeah, the wind was blowing, and people kept coming in that weren't supposed to. And I interrupted you.
No, that's okay. It feels like they are very preoccupied. What a strange way to do an interview.
Yeah.
However, it's more important about your resume. Okay.
Okay.
So I expect you will hear back from them because you were just what they were looking for, or they would have never called you to come in.
Oh, okay.
They're a little peculiar.
Okay. Yes.
Isn't that a nice way of putting it?
I totally agree. There were things, that I was sitting there when I was waiting my turn to be interviewed, and I thought, man, I would never do what's going on right now.
Well, they're a little peculiar, but you'll definitely hear back from them.
So you think I'll be offered the position?
Yes, but there's going to be I can barely say it with a straight face. There's going to be another interview. Okay. Where it's kind of like they were so not present. I mean, it feels like just so completely distracted that it's like, I really like her. And it feels like there were two, a man and a woman. But everybody feels like their brains were up their butt because they just weren't really there.
Oh, I see.
So there'll be another, I'm going to call it an interview, but yes, you'll be offered the job.
Okay, my question to you is, I take care of my 4-year-old grandson part-time. I'm kind of like part-time on call. Yeah, and I'm very committed to that. I'm very devoted.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Do you see that this is going to be a good fit for me with my grandson?
Well, okay, Jonathan, this is for Jonathan. You're going to laugh when I say this. The next words that were going to come out of my mouth were, you're not going to get very attached to this job.
Okay.
So in the beginning, it'll be fine, but because your grandson is more important, there will be an offer. There will be an offer that will be, I want to say, closer to you and more flexible for you. That will. So I don't expect you to be at this place for more than 3 or 4 months, and I'm being generous. Okay, but the other job doesn't even feel like you apply for it. It feels like they offer it to you because you know somebody that went to work there.
I see. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm not desperately looking for a job, and I just flung my resume in because it was a spur of the moment thing. And then I thought, well, they called me. I'm flattered, and I'll just see how far this will go. And then I thought, oh my gosh,
but it feels like they're going to offer it to you, and you'll be there for a little minute and a half. But it feels like there's another job you're going to be offered that is a better fit. It's more flexible for you. So you can get offered the job and decide not to take it. That's completely up to you.
Yeah. Well, I got to line up all these babysitters for my grandson, and I hate to do that when he's with me. And,
I don't blame you.
Yeah. So
well, the second job is the one that feels like it's the perfect fit.
Okay. Well, they have a lot of positions. They even told me that during the interview. There are a lot of positions that they're interviewing for. And I was a little confused during the interview because I remember what the job description was, but they kept emphasizing one part of it. And then I would, talk about what my skill set was, and then they would mention something else. And then
don't you love that? It's like you were speaking two different languages.
Yeah, and so then I would focus on that, and it was like, so you're right. And then the wind was blowing, and the door was slamming, and they kept looking over my shoulder.
They just feel peculiar, Yeah. Like they're all running a race all day long, and it's like, calm down, everyone.
Yeah.
None of this is running away, but it is your choice, but yes, you'll be offered the job.
It sounds fun. I mean, does it seem like it? Are you picking up fun energy? I mean,
that doesn't feel like the issue. That doesn't feel. They don't feel like a problem. It doesn't feel like you go, oh my God, what did I get myself into? That's not what I'm talking about. It feels like the priority will be because of your grandson.
See, that's the thing. I can't take something where I'm bound, where I can't. I'm going to be like the young, and I'm not young. I'm a grandmother. Leaving.
Yeah, but I know 40-year-old grandmothers. So what does that mean? Save your energy.
Yeah. Yeah. So leaving him at the babysitter and then going to work and then coming back for him, that kind of thing is what I'll be doing, and that makes me feel
but
sick.
that's not. This feels like that's going to be short-lived.
Okay. All right.
Okay, because it feels like a placeholder job, not because of the people you're working with. They feel very nice, and it feels like, yes, it will be fun, but this almost feels like you start working there is like working in an ongoing Monty Python sketch.
Yeah.
Because they just feel like it is. They're all so scattered.
Yeah, it was really a strange setup when I was there, and I just thought, man, what does this tell? I was asking myself, what does this tell me about working with them? If they're doing this kind of stuff. And my, so you see me being able to make it work with my grandson. I'll be out in the field most of the time.
I know, and honey, I told you it's going to be fine.
Okay. Maybe I could take him with me.
That's not the part I'm concerned with. It feels like the job will be fine, but it feels like you're going to get another offer from somebody else that is going to be the perfect fit, because part of it feels, and the other job feels like you'll be able to do part of it from home.
Oh, good.
And,
okay, good.
And that's why it feels like it just is the right fit. It's a better fit than this one. This one will be fine for the minute and a half. But I don't see you attached to it.
Okay. Thank you.
You don't stress, honey.
Okay.
Just breathe.
Yeah. Bree.
And Jonathan, Kelly, and Barbara know I'm the queen of rest your heart.
Yeah.
This will be fine. And please give your grandson a hug from me.
Oh, I will. He's not with me right now, but I'll see him after Thanksgiving, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, you will. Probably a lot between the Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, good. Yeah. I don't know when I'll start the position. You know,
Well,
I
honey,
have no idea.
it's going to be a minute, but I expect you won't be there. I mean, I'm being generous when I say 3 or 4 months. Because I think this other job is going to just, I mean, literally, it feels like it's a phone call from somebody that you know that went to this other company, and you're the first person she thinks of.
Oh, well, that's flattering.
Yep.
That's
You'll
nice.
see.
Yeah.
You'll see. She's a nice lady.
Thank you.
So let us know.
Yeah, how do I get your information for a private reading?
Oh, go to my website, honey. It's KarenPage.com.
Okay,
I was going to
you.
do EleanorRoosevelt.com, but it would have been way too confusing to explain to people.
Too funny.
Aren't we funny creatures as humans?
Oh, yes.
And every once in a while, I mean, my name couldn't get simpler. And every once in a while when somebody says to me, what's your name? And I go, Karen Page. And they spelled the last name the complicated way. And I go, no, it's just like page in a book, P-A-G-E.
You know, I just want to tell you, when you said Monty Python, and now that I'm thinking about how the interview and how they kept other people waiting, it was a very Monty Python thing. They had us waiting out in the cold.
Oh, my God.
How could
that?
Freezing.
Okay. And now for something completely different.
Yeah, and the only thing to sit on were cold concrete benches, and most people didn't have a jacket. I'm not joking. And I for some reason, I brought my pea coat that I've had for the last 6 years.
God bless you.
It saved my life. And
that is the most insane thing I ever heard in my life. They had you waiting outside?
I know the one person. I know her for a few years, having worked alongside of her in different, we didn't work for the same organization. So I know she's very conscientious, or, she follows the golden rule. But I just, and the women, it was mostly women, and they're older, and when I came out, I saw the look on one woman's face that was, to be got to go in, and she looked very upset.
Poor thing.
And,
doesn't play well with others, huh?
Well, and I know they didn't do it on purpose, but I just thought, what does this tell me about these people?
They're strange.
Weird. And it wasn't out of cruelty. It was just
no.
Yeah.
There was no place else to put you.
Well, and I was thinking, they could have had. Well, there was. You'd have to walk, a distance, and you had to go. But I mean, it would have made sense to do it that way. It was just
what a
weird.
Strange thing. This was for expediency, and they kept you waiting anyway. All righty then. Yeah, it is like they felt like a Monty Python skit to me.
That's pretty Monty Python.
Yeah. Well, give Mr. Cutie a big hug from me, and you have the most beautiful Thanksgiving.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
And we will talk again soon.
Yes, thank you. God bless you.
Okay, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
So what do y'all think of that caller?
I liked her.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Who would not like her? Isn't she the sweetest, Barbara? I mean.
Yeah.
Wow. Her grandson
like,
is such a lucky kid.
I clicked with her for some reason. Yeah. I know. It's just like, what a wonderful mom or grandma to have.
Absolutely.
Right near you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
That
like
is for sure.
Yeah, like somebody
what
would like to
is-
have
what-
over for tea.
Yeah. What
So
struck me
sweet.
with that, it's like we have so many different callers. One
Yes.
that's just wanting the job so badly, want it, and then there's some that are like, well, I don't really need the job, but that'll probably get it right away. And it's just, life is weird.
Well, everybody,
Yeah.
what do I always say? Everyone has their own journey.
Yeah.
And her priority, Lisa's priority, really is her adorable grandson. I mean, they are truly a gift from God to each other.
Wonderful.
You know, very powerful connection between them. So, not a worry. She's adorable, though.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll hear back from
All
her.
right.
I hope so.
Okay, I think the last call for the night is going to be 551.
Okie dokie, Mr. Jonathan.
Hello.
Hello, 551.
Hi.
How are
you? I'm pretty good. How are
great.
you? Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, honey. I'm the girl that believes when I wake up and most of my parts work, I have nothing to complain about. It's like,
cool.
Oh my God, I'm here.
Yeah.
What's your name?
It's T.
Hello, T.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are
Great. What's your question?
It's about relationship. It's a guy that I'm dating. He wants to be in a relationship with me. And I just want to know if this is a person that is compatible and I should consider, being in a serious relationship with.
Well, I have to. It's so funny to me because he looks at you like, oh my God, there she is. It's so funny. He is absolutely hypnotized by you.
Yeah.
And he has excellent taste. Let's face it. But It feels like he wanted to ask you, to be in a committed relationship right after he said hello. And it's like, calm down, honey. Can we get to know each other for a minute?
Yeah, I just want to make sure he's loyal and trustworthy.
Well, I know it's hard because he acts like a 14-year-old with a crush. And if you're going to be the grown-up here, right now. Okay, You're going to have to engage him in conversations about, so what do you love to do?
Yeah.
And to get to know him. What's your favorite color?
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Yeah, what are your favorite movies? What kind of music do you like? And it's like, because getting to know him rather than him just gawking at you from across the room. I mean, it's like he is so, literally hypnotized. This is more than just wanting to be in a relationship with you. It literally feels like he had been looking for you his whole life, only didn't know it was you until he laid eyes on you, and then it was like, oh, there she is. And it just swept him away, and he is that way. He has a hard time speaking when he's around you unless you engage him in a conversation because he is so hypnotized.
Is he a good guy?
He's a sweet guy, yeah. And he's not this is a very powerful but simple word. He's really nice. He's a nice human being. He's kind. And he actually listens to you. He hears you, which as we know sometimes is very complicated in relationships, But he hears you, and what matters to you matters to him.
Okay. Okay.
And
so
he's nice, you know?
Okay.
And for me to say he's kind, wow. And he had a very powerful female influence when he was growing up. I don't know if
his
this
mom.
was, I was going to say, I don't know if this was his mom and his grandmother or just his mom, because it feels like these women were the core of him growing up and learning how to do the right thing and how to behave with women.
Okay, so is he a faithful man?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Are you kidding? What, with that mother? Oh, yeah, honey.
That's what she says that all the time.
Oh,
but
my God, I'm telling you, I mean, she wouldn't have put up with any of that. She did that's at the top of her deal breaker list.
Okay.
And if he had ever done that, that's just not even an option for him.
Okay.
And he's good looking, he's sweet natured, he's very kind, and he's respectful, which is, wow, what a concept. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
is this long term or short term?
That's your choice. If he could make it permanent tomorrow, he would.
Yeah, he keeps asking.
I'm serious. I mean, because excuse me, I know you've known each other for 7.5 minutes, but he's got the serious L word going on. I mean, it really was love at first sight for him.
Okay.
And every time I hear someone say they don't believe in love at first sight, it's like not until they've experienced it.
Yeah. Because I'm like really skeptical when it comes to that because of trust from the past. So I have like a really.
I know, but don't confuse him with how you grew up or anybody in your history. He's not them.
He keeps saying that. That's his exact words too.
I'm telling you, he's not them. And I don't know a really, really nice woman that has not had what I call the adult growing pains part of the program with relationships. Okay? But he is extraordinarily different than anybody you've ever known. If he says he will learn how to say to you, I would love to do this. I just don't have the skill set to do that. So if you want, I'll learn.
Yeah,
I mean, very bright, very warm, incredibly ethical. If when you've met his friends, wow, I'm not kidding, honey. If he says he's your friend, he's like loyal.
Okay.
And relationships are the core of his existence. I'm talking about authentic relationships.
Okay.
And that his mother likes you and respects you. That's a big thing.
What do you think about the moving in together? Because I'm thinking about moving, but I don't know where.
Well, he would do that. He would have done that last Tuesday if you'd let him. He would. You guys would have already been together. So I'm glad you didn't make that decision during the retrograde.
Yeah.
And but that is something that I think he's literally going to. You'll probably be engaged either the minute before you move in together or the minute after you move in together, because this feels like your husband.
Mhm.
Oh, do you know how that makes my little Libra heart do the happy dance? It is because he's so, God bless his mother. Please thank her for me.
Okay.
She did a beautiful job on this young man. And doesn't he have a brother?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's funny because he and his brother could not be more different. It's like they didn't grow up in the same house because his brother didn't get the memo,
Yeah.
And but This one? Oh yeah.
Mhm.
He is a quality human being.
Okay, so I can invest time into this person because I.
Yes, sweetheart. And please, for yourself,
Mhm.
don't compare him with other people.
Yeah, he keeps saying that.
I'm telling you.
He's supposed to be going out tonight, and I started getting like the anxiety, and I'm
Oh
into
no.
it, but but I wasn't.
Well,
like,
part of that is because he's real.
Mhm.
And that's what you had convinced yourself all men are alike and they all lie and they all cheat and he's not that guy. And that's what causes you anxiety, because if he says he'll be there at 7:00, he'll sit outside for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Until 7. Do you know what I mean? To make sure that he keeps his word. And God bless his mother. I mean,
his mother always says she gets on the phone, but we because we were talking about different things and stuff like that, and he was just so supportive because I recently made a different kind of move in my career, and it's a little different for me now. So I've been trying to get back up, and I just want to know, do you see me relocating with the new job and him coming with me?
Oh, honey, wherever you go, he's going.
That's what
they're
he
not.
said.
They're not. That's the truth. I mean, he's not 12 years old. He's an adult, and
but he has children too. The two kids
I don't care. And you know what? And he is a wonderful parent. That's not an issue.
Okay.
But he understands that was not meant to be the partnership. If ever for a second you wonder why they were together, just look at his kids, because they are very much like him.
Okay. Yeah, his kids are awesome. But I always have concerns about the child's mother.
Don't.
Fine.
He's not. Don't. To him, it's all about the kids, honey. That relationship was over long ago and far away in another galaxy. So, no. And that wasn't about love. It was about having these beautiful children.
Yeah.
So, don't do that. Don't even, that's not, and her behavior has nothing to do with you. He knows exactly what he's dealing with her. And trust me, she does not want to run into his mother.
Okay. Will she be an issue between us?
Not a chance.
Okay.
And God help her if she tries.
Okay. No problem.
You know,
and,
you've heard that expression, she'll rue the day she did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
She does not want to do that.
Okay. Do you think
I don't see you moving right now. This doesn't even really feel like it's a real conversation until around April, May, that period. That's when it feels like it'll come up in, I want to say, not a concrete way, in a more casual conversation.
Okay. Do you think I should stay in the same apartment that I'm in? Because I was talking about moving out of that apartment in January.
You may, but that's not going to be a permanent move unless the two of you are moving together.
Okay, so I should probably wait it out until April.
Honey, it's a few weeks. It's 5 weeks till January.
Yeah, January.
You know, I mean,
that's what I put the note in, but then I started realizing, like, okay, are you really prepared for this? It's about to be the winter.
Well, but if you can stop looking at him through the eyes of your history, he's not that guy.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he's like from a different species from those guys.
Okay.
And he grew up with knowing what respect for women was.
Okay.
And about his mother was the queen of teaching him to do the right thing.
Okay.
He doesn't go ugly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's
what
not
about
his
the
nature.
The financial aspect was my only concern.
I'm not concerned about that. He does not expect to be taken care of, honey.
I'm saying as far as a partnership and like 50-50, and that's it.
Sweetheart, you don't know what you're dealing with him. He's the guy that if he has it, you have it.
Okay.
He's not. It's funny. There are the people that I call the counters, the
Mhm.
ones that if you put in 5 cents, they're going to count out, 5 cents. To me, he's not that guy.
Okay.
He is not a counter.
Okay.
He's got no interest in that. If he has it, you can have it. He doesn't care about that.
Okay.
This isn't. He's so. He is literally almost another species from anybody you've ever been with.
Okay, and it's so hard for me to believe.
I know that, but you better get over it, because I don't want you trying to turn him into painful memories. Okay? And the dynamic that you grew up with.
Okay.
It has
and
nothing to do.
I'm glad you see that.
Oh, honey, I knew exactly where this came from. That's why I said your history. I was trying to be delicate, But
how do you get over that? Like,
because hello, welcome to my world. I grew up in that house too. Okay. And at the end of the day, my sister hung on to all that stuff. Okay. And unfortunately, didn't give herself room for 2 minutes of happiness. And you need to step back, and I want you to look at it. And I've had this conversation with Jonathan, Kelly, Barbara. It's like they are actually our gift to learn exactly what we will never tolerate in our life. Okay? And it's like, no, that doesn't work for me. And if there is 1 calorie of any of that, and I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about anybody you've been with, that was the deal breaker for you. And you would give them enough rope to hang themselves and take the whole neighborhood with them. It took you a long time to get to the point where you could see that one thing and kind of go, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Homie, don't play that, like, And I look at it and I think to myself, you know what? It's the Karen Page's short list of deal breakers. I don't want anyone like my father or my stepfather. One was an abandoner and the other one was a physical abuser.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope, not doing that.
No. Yeah.
And because you have made yourself fiercely independent, I want you to step back, and I wish your mother had more joy, But that was her journey, not yours. And if you cannot recreate that scenario anymore and get away from that was her lessons. They weren't yours. Your lessons in it were to learn what not to give permission to in your life, not to hang on to it. Don't waste 1 calorie of energy on it, because there's no room for it in your life. Period. And this guy is none of that. When's his birthday?
May 14th, 90.
Yep. And when's your birthday?
12/9/88.
Oh, you guys must have a powerful Mercury and Venus connection. I'll bet.
What does that mean?
You're the one that will engage him in talking. Kelly is also a Sagittarius.
Uh-huh.
The co-host on the show, she's a Sagittarius too. So happy birthday coming up.
Thank you.
And it's funny because that gives you the opportunity and the ability to engage him. But as a Taurus, he will be more reticent because he doesn't want you upset. But you are the love of his life.
Mhm.
You're exactly what he was looking for, honey. He just didn't know you were out there.
Yeah. But I don't want to mess it up with my insecurities.
Honey, then let him go. What are you holding on to those for? Guys like him don't grow on trees.
Okay.
You know, and because you were finally open enough to make room for him to come into your life, because you had kept yourself walled off for a long time.
Yes.
And you can give up the anger and the disappointment and whatever from your past and literally step back and look at the lesson that you learned. And that's what makes you strong. And that's what will give you the opportunity to be happy.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
You are welcome, sweetheart.
Thank you, because I was just like, I don't know. Sometimes I freak out.
Well, it's scary because it's so different from what you've known.
Yes. Yes,
and it's like, that's what makes you so like weirded out, because it's like, you know, but no, he's exactly who he appears to be.
Okay, because I'm like, I'm looking
and
looking
then
for anything.
No, you can put your binoculars away. You don't need them.
Okay,
he doesn't have those. His mother made sure that those things weren't part of the package.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't know, because he wants to get into something committed, and I, I've been dating different people, so before I want to make sure.
Oh no, honey, you can just you can stop all that.
Okay. Okay.
Be nicer to yourself.
Okay.
Okay. And you
so
two cuties give each other a big hug for me. Huh?
I will. So leave the Scorpio. The
God, yeah. Ew.
The 1031.
Oh, ew. Yeah, no. Say bye-bye, Mr. Scorpio. Bye-bye.
Okay.
It's been a slice, but bye-bye.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Let us know, Miss T, okay?
I will.
And have a beautiful Thanksgiving, sweetheart.
Kelly and Barbara, we all talk. I talked to them. I was screening them, and I talked to them. We thought that the show was, I guess I had set it for 60 minutes by accident when it was normally 90 minutes. And, Kelly, Barbara, you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, what did you think of the screening trick I showed you?
Now everything makes sense. It makes sense because when you come back on the line, we never know that you're away. But you really are away, because when you said,
yes.
Barbara, I'm like, yes. And all of a sudden I couldn't hear Kelly or Karen, and it was just you. You're like, you're in the screening system right now. And then I go, so I can't hear them. So that makes sense when you put a caller through and maybe you don't know where we're at in our conversation. Well, now I know why.
Right. Now, now you understand a little bit too, Kelly.
Yeah, because I thought, oh my gosh, what happened to the show? I can't hear.
Well, you need to understand. You need to understand a couple of things.
Like,
you need to understand. But actually, Kelly, you're responsible for me figuring this out, because I couldn't exactly be doing all that screening if I was doing the show alone. Now, could I?
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah. See. So you both,
Behind the
you and
scenes
Barbara,
with
are
Johnny.
allowing me to do that.
Wow.
Would you be okay, Karen, with taking maybe one more caller?
Of course.
Okay. 520. You're on the air.
Hello, 520.
Oh, I just called in to listen. You've already talked to me. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you have?
Oh, you're welcome. Who's this?
Alicia. Thank you.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Oh, fine. Thank
It's
you.
always nice to have company.
So you called in earlier?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I think then we're out of callers. Then I think
Okie dokie.
I apologize to everybody. I should have set the show for 90 minutes. It just happened that way. But essentially it is. I mean, it's 80 minutes. Before we go, Barbara, do you want to do the shout out?
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm sure everybody's interested in contacting Karen after all those wonderful readings. So go to KarenPage.com. She'll be happy to set that up with you. And if you want to hear this show and see all of the other shows that we have, then follow us on YouTube and subscribe there under, of course, Life, Laughter, Happiness. And visit us on all of our social media. And you have, since we've been doing these shout-outs, we've noticed a difference, haven't we, Johnny?
Yes, we have.
We have, and we're getting a lot more subscribers and followers and people talking on our chat room, on the Life, Laughter, Happiness group page, and our main Life, Laughter, Happiness Facebook page as well. Don't forget us on Instagram, and don't forget us on Twitter. That's your choice, too. We're everywhere, and we would love to hear from you at your favorite destination.
And they're on 7 days a week. And this is Karen, and I'm on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but there are other really interesting shows throughout the week, so check
that
into
you can
it.
learn from.
That
you
can
be entertained and learn from. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
So that was a great show, you guys. Fabulous.
They're such
show.
sweet callers.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Such sweet callers and such a lovely audience.
Yeah.
It is.
So great.
Yep. Doesn't it feel like we know them? It's like, oh, there you are. I love it.
And like you said, Karen, in the beginning of the show, like you said, we are so blessed. I feel that we really are.
We are.
I've never been happier in my entire life than now.
Oh, I'm
doing
so
this
happy
show.
to hear that, Barbara. That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. Well, I love you all.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Kelly.
I love you guys.
Love you too, and you are welcome.